Alright, hello and welcome back to Ori and the Blind Forest. We're actually looking at this right at the end last time, so I guess you don't need to really recheck it out. But we're going to head off here to the west, where we could not reach previously. I will show you something in a minute. We're going to smash through here into the Valley of the Winds. I think it's right here. At least I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a little bit further on. Yeah, there is a small spirit energy cell here, which really you're not supposed to be able to get yet. You're supposed to wait for another ability that you get later, but I didn't feel like coming back to get it later, so we just got it now. But we'll get yet another ability cell here, and then continue on. Alright, we're just going to ignore everyone for now. Collect a few things as we go. Where am I trying to get to? That's where I'm trying to get to. Okay. Up here. We're going to smash through this. That'll open that doorway. However, that is not where we're going just yet. We have some other things that we want to do first. So that door is still closed, which is fine. We will be getting to that later. Let's get a little higher first. Okay. Alright, so we want to grab this energy cell here and then throw one of our light bursts there to open up this pathway through the water. And then we can just smash down through, that's fine. Luckily, we have unlimited air now, so we don't have to worry about that. Otherwise, you have to work a lot harder to get through this quickly. And that's just a hassle. Oops. Okay, apparently we can't. Oh. That's our triple jump. Alright, let's pull this. So, I will say that we do have the ability to kind of bypass this by bursting over, which we're not really supposed to do. We're not really supposed to have the burst ability. So, I'm going to try to do this the right way, but I often die from it. Which is an annoyance, but that's alright. I think we can get there. There we go. Alright, so that is the correct way to do it. Alright, so we get this energy cell. Alright, and then let's climb out here. Nice, convenient exit. Back in the other side. And let's just make sure we don't get smushed on the way out. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Now, one thing is that I feel like there is a blue shell somewhere that I missed, and I cannot remember where it is. But you know what? I think I do remember where it is. I think it's over here. I'm going to use this bird if I can. No? Alright, we'll just use our light burst. There we go. So, yes, there's this blue shell that we need to explode. And now we can finally head back to where we actually need to go. See that I'm utilizing our triple jump a lot. Frankly, because it's fun. It's not necessarily needed, as I said before, but just makes your ability to move around that much faster, which makes everything more convenient. When you miss a... Actually, no, let's go this way first, just to show this off. So we come this way into the Misty Woods proper. We'll see that our good friend I know of this place. The feel of the air. The path to the west leads to the Misty Woods Trail. Yes, here is our friend, Kuro, guarding the passage. Kuro looms up ahead, won't allow us to pass. Let us not travel further, lest we unleash her wrath. So, you can get past just enough to get to this save game spot, but I will, actually, might as well do this quickly. So now we can hit 2 targets at once, and we can't do that yet because we need 2 points to unlock it, but I'll waste a death just to show you if you try to come, she just immediately eliminates you. So, not something you want to do. So we want to try to find another way around, which we will be able to do, given how talented Ori is. At least in this game. I'm planning on doing the second one, which has been out for a good while at this point, but haven't done it yet. However, I assume that at the start of that game we have lost all of our abilities, as is tradition in games. So this here, I think you technically can get up here, but you're not supposed to yet, so we're going to ignore that for the time being. And instead just travel this way, where we'll go up here. Oops. Right, and then, I was hoping I could drop through clean, but I did not. Actually, ultimately, that was a pretty poor job of traversing through there, but we got through, so it's okay. And we got that. Alright, let's make sure. So we can't get that yet, we can't get that yet. That is fine. Let's travel up over here. Just refill our health a little bit. Bash across. Alright. Now, we don't want to go down, because that's where Kuro is looking for us. She is not expecting us to be up above her, which will save us, at least for the time being. As long as Kuro is out there, the path to the Misty Woods will be blocked. But look up there. We might be able to distract her if we loosen that rock. Alright, so I guess we have a plan now, thanks to Sane. I change that every time, I feel like. Alright, so here is an area that we cannot get to yet, or rather we're not supposed to be able to get to yet, but we will be able to later. So I'm going to wait on that. We can come back and do it. That's not too out of the way. For now, though, what we do want to do is drop some rocks on Kuro's head, which causes enough of a distraction to chase her off, but also causes her to drop a single feather. Which should actually help to show off just how impressive the size difference is between us, because a single feather of hers we can use to not quite fly, but something at least reminiscent of flying. Hang on 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so we are going to do a couple of things here. Let's do this right now. So I'm going to go get this little energy thing here. Another thing we're going to do is get another example of me having trouble with some of the keys, because the way that we utilize Kuro's feather is not exceptionally dissimilar to the dash ability. And I will have a very bad tendency of accidentally using one when I mean to use the other, and will also occasionally fail to use both of them, such as the times when I accidentally turn on my caps lock instead of using an ability. But that's okay. Ultimately, we will power through. So, there we go. We can use the feather to kind of glide across. There's going to be some times with certain air currents where we're going to be able to do more than that. But let's head down here and float all the way over to the start of the Misty Woods. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't. So we won't have any map in here until we have completed things, because things in the Misty Woods are not quite what you traditionally expect them to be. It has the ability to kind of warp our mind a little bit. The Shrouded Lantern. This mysterious haze bellows out of its stem. If we find a way to light it, the path might clear up once again. Alright, so let's head over here. We have these bolts that are firing that we need to watch out for. However, let's get up and get this first. The good news is that if you do miss anything in here, it is really not a problem. And you'll see exactly why that is later. However, I am going to try to remember to get everything first time through, because I think that's more interesting. So this is something that we can do here, is we can use Kuro's Feather to keep ourselves aloft long enough to have these guys launch their projectiles. If you don't do that, then there is a good chance that you will sink down to the spikes before they fire off their next bolt, which is very annoying. Alright, so we could go down here, but I think we want to go left first. We do. We need to collect that key, and then you'll see kind of a nightmare flash. And the world has actually changed around us. We need to use the feather to float down here, otherwise you will not be able to get through. And we reach the safety of the bottom here. Again, we will collect this, and it will cause the world to shift in place. This is a spot where theoretically we should wait for an ability we get later, but I don't feel like waiting, so we're going to pounce over. But traditionally, you wouldn't be able to get this until close to the very end of the game. So we're going to get this ability cell here. We're going to wait for this guy to shoot something for us. Thank you. And then we're going to proceed on into the Nightmare Realm. Deceived by the mist, they were lost in the woods. Psh, I ain't lost, I know where I am. Sort of. So, let's continue on. On occasion, some of the areas should seem familiar, so we will backtrack a little bit. Atsu's torch. It was lost in this place. If we carry it to the Shrouded Lantern, it might show us the way. Alright, so we need to try to get down there. Not that we have any idea where there is, but that's fine. So now that we have seen the torch, we can head back this way. Another nightmare flash. World reorienting itself, and now we can... Let's see, I think we head up here, but let me just double check. Nope, we don't. Might as well just refill our health. We didn't get the chance. Oh no. Trying to make sure I get this. Oh. Bastards coming in hard and fast. Okay. Oh, it's a good thing we refill our health, I guess. So it was completely unnecessary for me to do that, but I wanted it. Alright, so we are increasing the strength and radius of the light burst. Okay. Now let's get the feather back out. One thing to be aware of course, is that by traveling slowly with the feather, you are opening yourself up to attacks. So you need to be aware of that, and sometimes you will want to kind of release the feather and drop faster, or you may want to fire a burst or a bash off. Another interesting thing is if you use the bash pointed downwards while you have the feather out, you won't really travel anywhere. The feather will immediately stop your descent. So it is a way to safely kind of bash when you otherwise would be a little trapped. I believe over here is, yes, a blue shell I want to take out. Very nice. And now let's head up this way. take out this guy here. We don't need to worry about these guys. I just wanted to get the energy collection there. Jump across to here. Don't really need to worry about that guy. We'll just... Oops. Alright. Want to get out the feather. There we go. So here I keep doing exactly what I said I would do, which is to keep smashing down, or dashing rather, instead of using the feather. Tatsu used to climb the mountains high atop Soro Pass. When her brother's torch faded, she fell to the mists, where she lost her path. Alright, so let's absorb this light. Alright, oops. So we now have the climb ability, which I don't like as much as a lot of the other abilities. It doesn't really help in terms of kind of increasing our ability to do interesting things. It is only useful because the game kind of forces it more so in situations like this. But it does provide at least one interesting thing that we'll see later. So we have kind of these interesting mushrooms here. Every time you jump, they pull in, so if you were to try to wall jump on them, they would constantly retract, and you'd end up jumping on the spikes. But if we come over here, oh, I used dash. Alright, let's try this again. Yes, if we hold here, the same way that we use Kuro's feather, we can climb, and we don't have to worry about them retracting as we jump. So let's keep going this way. These guys have really much wider area of effect than I thought they did. Alright, so we're going to come... Oops, that was silly. Alright, good. So we want them to go away, so that they will be there when we land. We'll grab onto this, grab onto this, and jump across. Alright. Now we're going to have to do a lot of climbing here. You can double jump, that's fine. It's just every time you jump off of a surface that they either come out or retract. Alright. Might as well get rid of this guy so we don't have him in our way. This is a little different. Now these are kind of on a quasi-timing pattern. And quasi as you reach the next one pattern. I say quasi because I'm not honestly 100% certain if you have just like an unlimited amount of time to deal with them, or if they will ultimately retract when you land on them. But okay, let's head back. I think we want to go this way. Oh, yes, this is right. Alright, so this is an interesting section where you need to use these to block the lasers that are coming. However, you can see here that if you were to jump, these would all kind of unveil themselves. So we don't want to jump. What we want to do is use our dash to get across. Otherwise, you will be fried. Alright, now this is definitely timing. We just need to kind of... Good, there we go. You don't really have to climb that one. You can wall jump there. But at this point, you just get so used to it that I usually tend to wall jump instead. Alright, now I need to remember where to go here. Let's use the feather to float down. Get through this area. Deal with the raven. And, alright, yeah, gotta go a little farther over. I'm gonna sneak in here. This should be, yep, spirit light energy. And let's go back to the, oops. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Not 100% certain what just happened. Kinda got trapped in there. Alright. So nothing to do over there. So let's head back this way. where we're gonna... That's right, we don't want to bash up yet, we want to bash over. We're gonna head in this direction. Up here. And then we can climb up. Oops. Collect this key. And you can obviously see this spirit energy cell over here that we want to make sure we don't forget to get. And in order to get that, we're just going to bash up here, climb on the wall, and there you go. Alright, so I think we should have, yes, all 4 of the keys that we're going to need. So we should be able to ultimately climb our way out of here now. Oops. Climb our way out of here. I keep smashing down. Alright, there we go. Have our placement back where we want it. Be a little cautious about where we jump here. Can use wall jumps in order to figure it out, but it's not necessary, and I prefer to just do kind of our standard jumps, so I don't have to kind of transition back and forth. Okay, and now let's refill our energy quickly. Oh no. Wow. Just terrible. Alright. Let's get ourselves back on track here. And bash up here. Which actually, this might be an easier way to get up there. Let me just take care of these guys quickly. Use a light burst to get rid of most of their health, and then smash that back in his face. Alright, so we crawl down through here. Oops. Not sure why I was in such a hurry there. So let's bounce up and over everything here. Refill just a touch of health. Alright, now... Actually, might as well do a little bit extra. Okay, so we're going to be holding on to these walls here. And we're going to be using the feather to increase our ability to hold onto the walls. And we're going to be doing wall jumps soon. Not quite there yet. Alright, jump over to there. Now that we have the ability to shoot multiple times at once, these guys are not quite as annoying to deal with as they used to be. Oops. Let's send you over the edge. And we can just acquire our increased damage on the flame while we're here. So why not? Alright, now let's continue on. Get out our feather. Jump over there. We are just about through these woods. I hope. Oh, that's right, we gotta deal with these guys. So this is no more of a problem than these guys ever are. Now that we have a lot of energy, we can use the charge bolt, and they should pass fairly quickly. That opens the door, and then brings us to the torch. We have all 4 keys. Which, I'm not even sure you can get here without the keys anyway. But, alright, so we have picked up the torch, and now we're going to carry it with us. We'll have one more Nightmare Flash. And we have a pretty short trek, really. This, obviously, was from back at the beginning, if you remember. A little more difficult to deal with now that we have this torch slowing us down. but still not too much of an issue. So we just hop over here, take this guy out, so that our path is cleared, or almost cleared. Similar to when we were in Blackroot Burrow, we can't use any abilities right now. Alright, and now we have come to the end, so we can deposit this little item here. And this should clear the haze from the valley. And apparently do a lot of telekinetic work as well. More importantly for us, it gives us this little item. We lit the Shrouded Lantern and it lifted the haze. Ori, the key to the Forlorn Ruins. The Guman Seal has been revealed. You found the Guman Seal. Using this key, you can gain entrance to the Forlorn Ruins. Let's take a peek. The Element of Winds is deep within the Forlorn Ruins, south of this place. It's not too far from here. I can show you the way. Alright, so we are going to head down there next, but first, let's make sure. Good. So the Misty Woods, we got everything here on our first path through. But you can see now that the haze has been lifted, it would be much easier to collect everything if you did miss anything, which we will not have to do. So let's just travel over here quickly, just to get to where we are going to end things for now, and where we're going to start the next video. Because now we will never have to come back to that location again. Alright, so we'll save things there. And as I said, we will end things here. We'll take a look. I think just the one energy cell here and a couple ability cells that we picked up. So this is where we're at right now, heading down towards the Forlorn Ruins. But that's the end. So till next time, see you.